Good evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just going to do a quick post-match reaction after tonight's game against Nottingham Forest, where it finished Manchester United 3, Forest 0. And yeah, just a very good performance tonight from the team. I thought we dominated it really from the first minute to the last. Looked in control for large periods of that game. And it never looked like we were not going to win that game. After getting the first goal, I think it was like in the 20th minute or around the mark, and then we got another goal straight away after that as well. And I think it's really important when you're playing teams like Forest, who are going to sit deep, is to get an early goal, because it means that they have to come out and play, which gives us more space. And we had a lot of chances tonight to actually get this game wrapped up way before Fred got the third goal. Late on, we really could have been 3-4-0 up, by even half time, I would say. We had some great chances, and that's the only thing I would say about tonight, and not even just tonight actually, this season, is that we are creating a lot of chances. We're just not really scoring a lot of goals. It could be a thing at the end of the season. The goal difference, could be really crucial, and we're only actually on +3. So that's something I would like to improve on. If we get a striker, that'll definitely help, because I feel that's what we are missing at the moment. Just like someone who's clinical striker, who will put these chances away. Because as I say, we are creating chances, but we're just not putting too many away. We've only got 3 goals tonight, but it really could have been a lot more. And this could have been a game tonight where we could have got that goal difference up really up by a lot. And try and catch up with the other teams, because I think all the other teams have got really good plus goal difference. So hopefully we can improve on that. But anyway, I'll focus on the positives, of course, tonight. First of all, of course, Marcus Rashford. I thought he had a great game again. He had a great World Cup, and he's come back and just carried that on now. The last couple of games that we've played. Marcus Rashford, when his confidence is high, he's unstoppable. He really is. When he gets on the ball, he's got such great pace, as we all know. He's just playing with so much confidence. He's taking people on. When he's shooting for goal now as well, he looks so confident. That goal today, such well worked. It's something that's been awfully worked on in training. Between him and Ericsson, and then just the way he finished it as well. That something like last year, he might not have scored that, but this year, he's just taking a bit more time with his shooting, and that's what confidence does to you. When you're playing with confidence, you feel like you're going to score every time you enter the pitch. And at the moment, I always feel like he's going to score. Every time he steps onto the pitch. Unlucky not to score more than one tonight. And I also got an assist as well for Martial. And I thought Martial had a decent game. I don't think he had a great game against Burnley, but I thought tonight he was a lot better. Holding the ball up, the link-up play between him and Rashford and Anthony was really good tonight. And I think the manager's actually easing him back in really well. He's just slowly building him up now. His fitness has obviously been a concern, of course, this season. And you can see now he's starting games, which is great, but he's not finishing them. And I think that's good for the manager, is to ease him back in, play him 65, 70 minutes, because the last thing we need is Martial to break down, because at the moment, we need him, because he's our only out-and-out striker. Marcus Rashford can play there, but I always like Marcus Rashford on the left. And I feel like Martial at the moment is only really player that is going to be an out-and-out striker for us this season. Of course, we're going to see what's going to happen in the next transfer window, whether we'll buy someone. But either way, Martial is going to have a big say on this season, I think. And so it's really important that we keep him fit. So I think the manager at the moment is just making sure he's not overusing him at the moment. So but a great performance from him tonight. Martial got his goal, and hopefully he can carry that on now for the rest of the season. And normally, Marcus Rashford, Martial got a goal each. Marcus Rashford got an assist, and you would say normally one of those would get the man of the match. But without a doubt tonight, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to agree with this, Casemiro is man of the match, because what a performance he had tonight. We always knew he was a great player, but tonight he one of his best performances I've seen him in a Man United shirt, without a doubt. He was controlling that midfield in the right position all the time. His tackling was spot on. He was linking the play. His passing into Fernandes was just the right pace. It was also first time as well. And that's the really important thing Casemiro does that people like Fred and McTominay don't do, is he gets the ball, it's one touch and it's forward. There's no sideways passing or backwards. Most of the time, it's getting on the ball, and it's just going straight into people like Marcus Rashford, Anthony, Fernandes, and then let them go and do the rest. But even then, actually, Casemiro is making some getting forward, and unlucky that he's not scored tonight either. And I just thought it was a really great performance. He was just just basically everywhere on the pitch. Tonight, and it was just one of those performances where you just go, wow, just if you can do that for the rest of the season, Manchester United have got a great, we can have a great season. I think if Eriksen, Fernandes, I think that link-up play now you can start to see is, starting to get really good. And, I think if Manchester United are going to do well this season, then, them three are going to be really crucial. I could just mention Fernandes there, and I was quick giving him a bit of praise as well, because I think we're seeing the best of him now as well. I think he had a great World Cup. I like Marcus Rashford. Confidence now has come back to Manchester United, and it's great to see him as well, because I thought when he first came to the club, he was so good, he had a bit of a bad spell. But now, we are seeing the best of Bruno Fernandes, and that's great to see. Also, I thought at the back tonight, I thought Varane came back in. It was only 10 days after playing in the World Cup, of course, losing that, so he would have been really disappointed with that. And I had a feeling actually he would actually play tonight. I don't know why, I just had this feeling that he would play. I knew he was back in training, but there wasn't much talk whether he would actually play. But I just had that feeling that, especially with Martinez still out, I thought he would definitely play. And even more so because, of course, Lindelof became ill the last few days. So that was obviously even more reason for Varane to play tonight. Especially with even Harry Maguire was not fully fit, only on the bench, but still not fully recovered from his illness. So, yeah, it was really important that Varane actually came in tonight, and I think he was just solid. Varane's just actually like Casemiro, experienced, world class, been there, done it, and just gives that back line. I think very good leadership. I think tonight, and next to him was Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw's not really played centre back at all really. I think he played in a back three, but never in a back two. But I thought he did really well tonight. Very composed, very comfortable on the ball. Didn't have to do a lot. Probably didn't really cause as many problems, but he was just I thought he had a really good game tonight. And I thought it's something it's good to see that you've got people like Casemiro, who of course played there against Burnley, and now Luke Shaw, and it's good to see that during the season you might get injuries or suspensions later on in the season, and we might need people like Luke Shaw and Casemiro to play there. So it's good to see that they've both done a decent job over the last couple of games. So that's good to see, and we'll see what happens for the next game against Wolves. Whether Martinez, Lindelof will be back. Looks like Harry Maguire came on today, so he should be okay as well. So but very good performance from them tonight. From Luke Shaw and Varane, I thought they were really good tonight. But we move on now. We've got another big game to finish the year off with Wolves on New Year's Eve. Of course, they'll be confident now, of course, after getting a win at Everton on Boxing Day. It was a great win from them, from their new manager as well. So that'll be a much harder game than it would have been maybe before the World Cup. So we need to make sure we go there put in a good performance, and make sure we get the win. We've got 2 games now. Wolves on New Year's Eve, and then we've got Bournemouth at the beginning of next year, and then we've got 2 really tough games later on in that month, and that's Arsenal and Man City. So it's really important we get these 2 wins on our next 2 games to go into those 2 crucial games with confidence. They're going to be really tough games, and it's really important that we get these next 2 wins against Bournemouth and our next game against Wolves as well. So anyway, really happy with that performance tonight, and hopefully we can carry on this now for the rest of the season. It's going to be really close for the top 4 this season. All the teams around us won this weekend. Tottenham didn't win actually, but they came back and got a decent draw, after being 2-0 down, so that'll feel like a win for them. But all the rest of the teams, with Arsenal carry on at the top of the table. Newcastle still doing great this season. They got a great win at Leicester, and then Chelsea and Liverpool of course won as well. They're still below us, but they put in 2 good performances, and it's going to be really close to that top 4. And I really do think anyone can get it. I think Arsenal and Man City will get the top 2, and I think the next 4. I think it's between 5 teams in there. Yeah, so it would be ourselves, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, and Newcastle. So you've got 2 positions, and only 3 teams will be. Only 2 teams will be able to make it. So it's going to be really crucial second half of the season. It's going to be who can put run of games together on a regular basis, and hopefully that'll be Manchester United. But we'll see what happens during the rest of the season. But anyway, I'm going to head off now. Hope everyone has a great night, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.